as we all can see, environment costs a lot of money. So we need to invest to the environment, to give some money to save our planet, to be a better place. In addition, I would like to say that a lot of waters, that the waters in a lot of places are very polluted. So with recycling, it will be minimize the pollution of water. In addition, some factories are bad for the air pollution and the environment. So we must build factories that have that use products that will help the environment and decrease the pollution. Let us not forget that people don't do recycling very often. So we must motivate them, we must encourage them to start do recycling. For example, in some countries like Germany and Finland, if you get money if you give the plastic models. Another example is that if you buy an electric car, you get money from the state. Recycling also contributes to the creation of jobs because the process of recycling requires many activities which are performed by humans that will trigger and will give them more opportunities to work. Another major thing I would like to mention is that recycling protects the environment. That's the most common thing that we all know. And with recycling, we have the chance to conserve the natural resources, which, as you all may know, are very limited. And as the time goes by, we must give our best to have as much resources as we can. That's all from me.
I'll start with the first one. It was about the waters and the pollutions. We believe that if the businesses, even they have to recycle, if they start recycling stuff and remanufacturing, there will be still some waste, maybe not the same, but it will be some waste. You have to throw something. You will use even machines, something you have to waste, so they can work. So probably this waste can be thrown in the seas, in the water, or in other areas. So no effect with recycling. The second one, you said that actually people like and want to recycle. Yeah, but what about the business? I mean, if you open a business, you don't actually want to recycle this because it's more expensive for your pocket, and maybe it will have less. You will have less money to get from the overall because you have to waste more, so you don't get much. So let's think about the businesses too. I mean, you can open a business tomorrow, you never know. The third one, you said also you mentioned about in Germany that if you recycle, you get some money for recycling. I think this is really hard and expensive to do because I mean you have to educate people. That's the hard one and the expensive thing to do because you have to, for example, Greece, Germany, a state, anyways, has to do events and invite people so they can educate them and tell them about recycling. I find that really hard because if it happens, it needs to be every person of the state, of the country, city has to be there. Also expensive, of course. And also only common people, I mean, for example, student will agree with that because, as I said, a business, an office, something doesn't want to contribute to the recycling process. Last but not least, no, actually it's not the last, I'm sorry. You said about the jobs, that there will be more. I actually think there will not be more, there will be less because many factories will have to close or they have to close. So there will be less activities to do, less jobs, and okay, there will be factories opening that will recycle stuff, but I think that because many activities will be cancelled, so they don't pollute the environment, there will be less jobs than the jobs that will be new. And last, you said about the resources that they're not endless. I actually think, okay, maybe they will finish at some point, but I think that when we start using the renewable energy and these things, I actually think that the clothes and the products we buy, they will be more expensive because it will be harder to make them. I mean, it's harder for a factory to work with solar energy, with renewable energy than to work with coal or gas or whatever it is. That's it.